We're not trying to answer all of the questions, but we try to raise these issues and think how, for example, how cooperative can fit in this capitalist economy, and how we can create a food economy more equal, more diverse, and more sustainable. So bring this aspects to link up with different movements, and how we can make it more progressive in the long term.
The cooperative idea can deal with all sorts of things. Cooperatives exist to provide credit, to provide financial services, banking. They exist to provide other sorts of services like healthcare, education. They can organise the supply of utilities like electricity. But where they really come into their own seems to be supplying people's basic needs, that is food. All cooperatives agree on some basic principles, and the ICA also sets these out. They have 7 principles of cooperation. The most important of them are that co-ops have voluntary and open membership, they're available to everybody, that they have some sort of democratic governance, and that they have some scheme for member economic participation. Usually this means they have limited returns in capital, and they redistribute the surplus in proportion to member patronage.
It's about trying to share best practice so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel, and that's partly what we're trying to do with the making. So the work that I do is part of a bigger project called Making Local Food Work, which is a lottery funded project. It's been running for about 3 or 4 years. It's got another year to go, so this is the time to make the use of the resources that are available. The Making Local Food Work project is about 7 or 8 different charities and organisations that are involved in it, each with their own expertise. Helping to look at how can we make local food work in communities of all types throughout England, from community shops to community supported agriculture, which is growing food. But we do have this fantastic toolkit which is available online and there as a resource. And it's really, although it looks like a hefty document, it's really easy to use. Each chapter is colour coded and it talks you through how to set up a food project.
Just the whole idea is to teach people about growing their own food and eating local and seasonal and organic food and the benefits of that. They have a box scheme and yeah, it's growing every day, just getting more and more subscribers around the growing communities. You know, it's a new garden, so it's only been going about 3 years, so they're still not growing a lot of food, but they just run all kinds of gardening workshops and sustainability workshops and all this, just tie people in with community.
We've cooked in the first 6 months of cooking about 45 occasions, cooking at a farmer's market, cooked for school staff, private party, voluntary sector training events. A Jewish food festival was a highlight, a group of Muslim women catering for a Jewish food festival, which is great building links there. We've had quite a lot of business, had no trouble finding business.
The idea is, regardless of your skill, it's the time that is valued. So a lot of people who come to the service have traditionally been seen just as users of the service and not encouraged to get involved with it. We want people to use their skills and to learn new skills, so we provide training if people do want to get involved with cooking.
The cafe is still trying to maintain some of its early principles, so we strongly believe in affordability. It's a vegetarian cafe as well. We're part of a community centre and as such we also try and maintain as many community links as possible, and but we've grown from just being a space that was used by people who lived in the square to people from all over London that cook there. And we're also very international in the mix we have, because that's the makeup of London as well. And that's something we positively encourage, because we've got different cooks on every day of the week, and that creates a real vibrancy within the cafe. And from whether it's cooking the food here, a great deal of it which was donated from Language Organics in New Covent Garden Market. We've got stuff here off my allotment as well that's incorporated in the food. Or whether it's through to a big national conversation about it. Whatever which way we do it, from small to large, from side to side, it doesn't matter. I think there's a real sea change that's happening at the moment, and I'm just really happy to meet more people who are involved in that.
Is how small producers can start making money out of it and make it a viable business that takes care of the environmental side of things, but also the supply and getting food out there to people, giving people an alternative. Because in London, there's a lot of community food growing projects, but as I said, there's no way that they are going to resolve any question about food security. There's just absolutely no way. Unless some of them think about scaling up and becoming an enterprise. Yes. To me, that's the answer to that. But I don't know how far or what steps we need to take in order to get there.
On one hand, the simplicity of its principles are its main strength in many ways. That it's very easy to understand, it's very easy to reproduce, you can quite quickly get a set of model rules, a sort of a legal framework. But it's also a weakness. What actually is cooperation? What are its aims? Is it a business model or is it a social movement? Are the two compatible? Is its aim to make capitalism function more effectively? Or is it to present a fundamental challenge to the capitalist paradigm and to try to create an alternative political economy? In other words, is it simply about supplying groceries and people's basic needs, or is it about trying to change the world? And can you change the world by supplying groceries?
And the idea is, if we can connect things up, we can use food as the focal point to bring people together. There is a mechanism in which we can bring communities together. That's how we see it.
And I guess one of the things we're trying to get a sense of is how realistic is it that urban agriculture can make a significant contribution to food security, sustainability, and particularly food poverty for people living in poverty in the UK. So that's one of the questions I've pitched up with. It's not that small initiatives are helpful or nice or have good benefits, but it's how much of a difference can this really make? And if you could change one thing, if you could really change something about how the whole system works, what would that be?